Hello friends, we'll be discussing certain journal entries for your reference when it comes to accounting process for consignment transaction. Let's understand what are the journal entries that are recorded in here. So when you speak about consignment account, now that you understand there are two people who are mixed or involved into this transaction, that is consignor and consignee, there are certain journal entries that are recorded in this process. Let's understand what exactly has been recorded in here for your reference. So the first entry that is recorded is when the goods are sent on consignment to some consignor. So the entry will be consignment account debit to goods sent on consignment account. Or rather, when it comes to consignment account, instead of that consignment account, you can also mention the person's name to whom it is being sent out to. Now, while the goods are being sent out to the consignee, there are certain expenses that the consignor also has to bear. So, when this expense, like it may be an advance that is being sent out to the consignee, it may be certain expenses which is related to the freight of the goods being sent out, anything that is related to it, so which is borne by the consignor, that entry has to be passed in such a way where consignment account is debited and the account that is credited, that is either the bank account if the expense is paid by the consignor like freight expenses, or if the amount is sent as an advance, then the supplier's account can be credited there. So that is the entry that is supposed to be passed. So there might be certain things where a situation arises that the consignee sends certain advance back to the consignor. Then in such case, the entry that has to be passed is bank account debit to consignee account. Now the next thing that we can discuss about is the account sales. So account sales basically has two things. One, which is related to the sale proceed, for which the entry that we can pass is bank account debit to consignee's personal account. Because whatever amount is received is first received in consignee's personal account and that will be then later on transferred to us. Next, the account, or rather the expenses that are incurred by the consignee, then in such case the amount that we have to pay, or rather the entry that will be passed is as such: consignment account debit to consignee's personal account. Again here the expense is bared by the consignee itself in the first place, hence his personal account will be credited by the amount of reimbursement that will be doing for it. The next entry can refer to the settlement. That means either he'll send the amount on the bank account, or he can send a bill receivable or promissory note in check, or rather in that format. So whatever it is coming in, it is an asset for us. So bank account debit or bills receivable or promissory note account debit or check account debit to the consignee personal account will be a part here. The next entry that we can talk about is the unsold goods entry. So in such case, the consignment which has been unsold will be sent back to us. So what will be the entry that will be passed here has been mentioned here. So here the entry will be reversed. That means the stock which was sent earlier, it will be reversed again. So consignment stock, that is an asset coming back to us. So consignment stock account debit to consignment account will be the entry that will be passed. There must be a case where the goods are taken over by the consignee. Rather, whatever goods are left by him, he must have thought that he will take over those goods or he will buy those goods. Then we have to pass certain entry for that as well. So in such a scenario, the entry that will be passed is consignee's personal account debit to consignment account, because that goods are going out anyway, hence consignment account is credited, and whatever amount is debited off his personal account. That means that much amount is not supposed to be given to him. So hence this thing, or rather we can take about, if supposingly we had to pay around 10 lakhs to him, and out of that 10 lakhs he has already taken goods worth rupees 4 lakhs, so we'll be paying only 6 lakhs, the difference between the amount, and that you'll understand when we go ahead with the illustrations on this. Now, there must be one case where the commission is payable to the consignee. Then in such case, commission is an expense for us. So any expense has to be debited to the consignment account, and this amount is going to his personal account, hence consignee personal account will be credited. So these are the kind of journal entries that we'll be seeing when it comes to consignor's account. There are certain entries that will be related to consignee account as well, but that is a later part when we go ahead with the illustrations first for the consignor, and after that we'll be able to discuss that thing. So I hope the journal entries are clear and well enough to understand. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and keep subscribing to Ekeeda.